This was supposed to be an El Clasico, but I'm afraid both the teams played like they're the bottom teams, and the scorecards showed it.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to yet another episode of Straight Bat with Mr. Cricket UAE and Gulf News. We are here. We have assembled after the Mumbai versus Chennai game in IPL this evening. With me, I've got the man himself, Mr. Anis Sajan. I've got AK Satish, the sports editor of Gulf News, and our two loyal fans, Naresh Bhai from Mumbai Indians and Arjun Singh from Chennai Super Kings. Well, the match, it was quite a bit of a struggle to see that these two heavyweights finishing, and with finally, of course, Mumbai managing a win by 5 wickets. I'll ask Anis Bhai to sum up, give his thoughts on the game.
Thank you, Gautam. Hello, Satish. Hi, Naresh.
Hello, Anis
Hi,
bhai.
Arjan.
Hello.
Well, this was supposed to be an El Clasico, but I'm afraid both the teams played like they're the bottom teams, and the scorecards showed it. First, it was Chennai. In fact, if I have to be summing up Chennai's innings, they did not get out to such good balls as the Mumbai players were. Chennai threw the wickets away, and Dhoni showed us on this wicket how to bat. And had they had 20, 30 runs, things would have been different. But I have to give credit to the two Mumbai boys, the two youngsters, Tilak as well as Shaukin. They put their head down and they showed that big temperament, that how to play on such wickets, and made sure that they win this match. Otherwise, 30 for 4 could have become 30 for 6, and who knows what would have happened.
Correct. Right. Yeah. Satish, I'll come to you. Chennai had gone into the match. I mean, of course, there are lots to talk about. But Chennai had gone into the match with this, some kind of rumors doing the rounds about Jadeja, whether he had been such a vital member of the team, if he's going to be part of the squad next year. Now, this is a very non-Chennai-like situation that we are watching this time. Do you think it could have cast any kind of influence on the way once the team walked out into the middle?
I don't think that would have had an impact, though it is not new, because if you look at 2 years back, even Raina had a very similar episode where he had to leave the hotel room, and that year, of course, they did very badly.
Yes, the performance was also bad. Yeah.
Correct. But I don't think that would have had any effect, because the team that played last game and this game are the same. Jadeja didn't play the last game as well, but they thrashed Delhi. I think it was Kolkata. No, it was Delhi, I think. They thrashed Delhi last game convincingly. Yeah. So if that is the case, I don't think that would have had any impact other than, okay, maybe, instead of saying that, he's not there for the entire season. That's the only thing maybe. But what I felt is, yes, a couple of good balls they bowled and then got the wickets. Maybe Conway was it was tough for him. It was a bad luck. It was a bad decision. But other than that, maybe Rituraj played a wrong shot, yes. But some of them like Dubey or Ambati Raidu, or even for that matter, I would say Uthappa, they should have put their heads down and played a better knock on a wicket when there is seaming. And today, one strange fact I found is, when the ball is seaming, none of these guys could play. And I don't know if there's a T20 held in England, maybe, there'll be scores of 75 and 80 every game.
True.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this had been really, the unique factor about this IPL. On that note, I'll come to Naresh. Yeah. Naresh, batsmen of all hues, they seem to be facing this problem when they're facing the left arm seamer. It's not only Rohit Sharma. I mean, that's what eventually it's Daniel Sams. If it's Daniel from Mumbai, it's our Mukesh Chaudhary from Chennai, who seem to be doing the damage. So, I mean, is it the angle which is always creating the problem, or what is it? I mean, what left arm seamers had always been in business, and they had been trying to get the ball in. What do you think?
Yeah, and if you see this IPL has been about left arm seamers. It's not only about Sam, especially in the second half. The first half he wasn't effective at all. Rather, the break has benefited him. He has done very well economically also, and he's been getting wickets. And Mukesh Chaudhary has been very good. Mohsin Khan is there. Yash Dayal is there. So it's been the season of left armers. Khalil Ahmed, whatever little
Natarajan.
opportunity. Natarajan, he's unfortunately injured now, and Sakaria got a couple of games. So it's good thing to see how left armers are bowling in these conditions, and that is what it is about playing in Mumbai. It is really supporting the seam bowlers, and I think this season Chennai, of whatever has happened, has missed Deepak Chahar in Mumbai.
Big time.
Yeah, but yeah, the left armers are troubling the batters. Rather, seam bowlers, both bowlers have troubled the batters. And as you said, yeah, Rohit Sharma has always been weak to the left armers, and we saw that happen today. Whatever little bit he could score, but yeah, it's concerning the way Indian batters have been playing seam bowling.
True. I'll come to Arjun. Arjun, how are you feeling? I mean, see, you're just 2 matches away. So you're finally glad that you're getting over it, and next year you want to see a new Chennai, right?
I mean, hopefully, the way we played today was horrendous. I expected a lot more from CSK. As in the first innings, 6 people in the CSK batting lineup got out before even getting 5 runs. That's a big number. You'd expect more people to get runs, right? And we got out on 97. Oh yay, Dhoni got 36 runs. Oh yay, Tikshana got wickets. No, we got out on 97 runs, and that's what cost us the match. We need to improve our batting lineup. It's horrible. I think if we could have gotten maybe 130, 140, we could have easily won this match. Our bowlers were bowling extravagantly. I think at one point of time in the second innings, I thought maybe we could win this.
Yeah,
But
it almost became a 50-50 situation, isn't it? I mean, Mumbai was something like
32 for 4.
33 for
3
4.
for 4.
Yeah.
Could have become 5 with that DRS came.
Yes. Anish bhai, I'll come talking about DRS. I'll just come to you. I learned this weird thing that Conway couldn't appeal for the DRS because there was an electrical failure.
Correct.
It was still not up and running. I mean, what's your take on that, Anish bhai? These things can happen, of course. I mean, ultimately, but doesn't reflect well, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm afraid it doesn't reflect well. But before DRS, we had only umpires doing the job. And this gentleman by the name of Chira Ravi Kant Reddy, I don't think he should be allowed to do even a 1 match in the IPL next time. He did one horrible mistake, which cost Chennai the start. And Devon Conway was their main man. Who knows whether he would have gone out to the next ball? Nothing. But he was the one who set the platform. As we say, opener set the platform. This umpire set the platform. And he gave a horrible decision to the Mumbai batsman also, who was out of the pad, that Ritik. And had they didn't have the same facility, they would have been back in the pavilion, and Mumbai would have probably lost that match. So this gentleman, I believe, if I can write a script, should not be allowed to do an umpiring because he has no clue of umpiring.
Right.
And Anish bhai, I think the sad part is, Gautam, if there was a failure in DRS, and if one team didn't have it for 2 overs, where even Uthappa wanted to rip for it because he felt the ball was going outside the off stump. Maybe it would have hit the stumps, but when you deny one team of a particular facility, why give it to others? They should have completely scrapped the DRS for the entire match. It makes
And then you would
no
have had
sense.
more decisions.
I think
No, but
then
let
it
it
would
be
have been
horrendous decisions
havoc.
all
Yeah.
across. It can't be one team, isn't it?
Yeah. See, it was a blip. It was a blip because that one. I mean, either you wait, either you go for a delayed start or something.
2 overs,
You have-
5 minutes, 10 minutes,
That's
delayed
what
start
common
wouldn't
sense
make
tells
much.
us. Yeah.
Correct.
In
That's
any
what
case, they
common
delay
sense
the
tells.
match. They take 4 hours to finish a match. They could have
Right.
delayed the start.
Right. Yeah. So Naresh bhai, I'll come back to you. I mean, we have always often spoken about it. Anish bhai has written about it. We have also observed that Mumbai. I mean, they started getting it wrong in the auction itself and then continually paid the price. I mean, today it was a little painful to see Karen Pollard sitting out and this new overseas player playing in place of that. Do you think this is what this is doing the rounds, that have we seen the end of Karen Pollard, a wonderful 10, 11 years or maybe more with Mumbai coming to an end? What do you feel, Naresh bhai?
Actually, he's had a very, very bad year or the season. And actually, I've been saying that he should have taken a break for few games. It's unfortunate that he took a break on his birthday. Probably he would have opted to not play today for sure. But I think he'll take a decision on his own. I don't think Mumbai will release him. He will take a decision whether he wants to continue or no, because he's just given up. He's just given up international cricket. So maybe he probably goes back and evaluates what he wants to do as far as franchise cricket, because there's a CPL coming up soon in August, September. But it's good that he took a break, but it wasn't the right day on his birthday, or probably he didn't want any more failures and just wanted to enjoy the day of whatever the outcome was. But yeah, very poor season for him. He's served Mumbai Indians very well for so many years, since 2010, when he was taken into the team. That first year we reached the finals. So retaining him, you can call it an emotional decision, but yeah, you need to take care of the loyalties and the contribution the players make.
Yeah, actually, that's what goes in the making of a team. I'll come to Satish to ask that. There is a fair bit of criticism about buying back both Robin Uthappa and Ambati Rayudu. Uthappa has clicked off and on, but Rayudu had been a failure, I would like to say. Would you like to see anybody, because there is always a clause of releasing players if you want, and then you can do a trade-off. There are other players who had gone unsold, and from there you can always take in somebody, because there will always be the smaller auction as well. So on their way to rebuilding, Satish, do you like to see replacements for Uthappa and Rayudu in the middle order?
There will be, but again, just to clarify, I don't think we will be harsh on Rayudu if we say that he is underperforming, because he played a couple of good knocks on and off, and the last 2-3 games the openers were so good that they didn't get chances. So that 4-5 matches which he played, he got about 2-3 good knocks, which is okay. I think one of the knocks he ended up in the losing knock. But yes, obviously, I think Chennai is doing well in that sense, because the bowling department is now looking very young and energetic. The guys like Shivam Dubey has to come up and then produce consistent results, which I'm sure they will, because he showed 1 or 2 games. He showed that he can.
But he doesn't have temperament, Satish. As much as you talk about Shivam Dubey, he doesn't want to move his feet. He's like a camel sitting on his haunches.
That's true, but
But if you want to get a ball in the slot, you're not going to get every time. Every bowler knows you give him the slot, he kicks the ball out of sight.
That's where the temperament comes in. So initially you move your feet and start playing your game, then you start hitting. That's where the experience comes on his back. So no, I'm saying he's not a bad choice. I'm just saying he's a choice there. But I think in Deepak Chahar, and you have this another under 19, I think is
Hangwekar. They didn't make him play, which is surprising.
I think he was injured, I think, because even in the press conference, he was saying that next year we are getting 2 good fast bowlers.
Yes, I believe that.
Two batsmen who could really play well. And Hangwekar, I saw him play in the Under 19 World Cup and all that. He's a good all-rounder. So
actually,
there are.
Actually, if there is one unexplored area which we didn't get to see this time is the under 19 heroes who,
correct,
5 or 6 of them were left up by teams because they were not getting the slots actually.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll come to Arjun very quickly. Arjun, next year, whom do you want to see leading the team? Because see, somebody like Ravi Shastri is saying that if Dhoni is fit and if he wants to do, he should be the captain. And of course, Jadeja chapter seems to be closing in on CSK. So whom do you have in mind? I mean, it's MS, or do you have somebody from this current lot?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be Jadeja, Moeen Ali, Robin Uthappa. But maybe we can get DK and we can have a good. I'm
Okay,
thinking
Bangalore won't release him.
DK, they will not release. They will not release. Otherwise, DK would have been a very good choice, you know.
If Dhoni says they'll give it.
yeah. Dhoni says give it to us, they'll give it to us. Dhoni
If he
is
says to Virat, release, gone, done and dusted. No, we're just joking.
Yeah, that's a very interesting idea. But you know what happened was, in the bargain, somebody like KS Bharat. This is the thing with IPL. I mean, Bharat didn't get a single game, I think, for Delhi so far.
Two games
No,
he
he
played,
played.
but
He
Last two
played
games.
everything.
Last
very
two
difficult.
games. Yeah.
Okay, right.
But yeah,
Anish bhai,
just a comment.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Just a comment on CSK. They can say if whenever Dhoni wants to leave, but the problem is not getting solved. They would have to keep looking for that succession plan on who is going to take over. Jadeja, unfortunately, you can say is a failure as far as leadership role. But Dhoni needs to play 2 seasons with a new leader entire season. So
I
think,
feel it's going to be Moeen
right.
Ali.
Moeen Ali is a good bet for
see-
sure. There is somebody there for sure, and why not somebody like Deepak Chahar, or even for that matter Ruturaj, who could do well, like if they can groom him. But I think
I have a feeling Chennai will not go for an overseas player. If one understands the Chennai psyche, right? I think they may even look at Ruturaj. I mean, I don't know if he captains Maharashtra or that I'm not aware of. But yes, we can this succession plan of MS. I mean, that's again another possibly one whole episode, if I may say so. But
I think he will play next year, Gautam. I would back what Ravi Shatri said. I think he should play one more year, play there, and probably lead and see who can be maybe next year mid season he can give it to somebody and look at the succession plan. But if Chennai needs to do anything good, he has to be there.
Arjan wants to say something.
Yes, Arjan, you want to say something? Yes, Arjan.
I'm also thinking you could maybe bring back Ashwin. I mean, hopefully he's not retained. Like
Nobody will release these players.
See, the problem is Ashwin is very much his own man. He sometimes ends up doing things which keeps on getting
took
told.
out the Ashwin. He is now forced RR to make him come one down, and he goes on his haunches and hits the 6. So Samson has forgotten that he needs to bat, and he comes at number 6. I was not on the show yesterday, so I got a chance.
Exactly. That is why I was.
No, I think Satish and Sham had dealt with it. I was going through the program. I think they dealt with it in great detail. So
no.
But
I have no clue what is going on now, because after Shreyas Iyer spilled the beans that the CEO is interfering in the selection. So we at the moment, sitting outside, don't know whether it is the RR management or whether it is Sangakkara calling the shots, or is it Mr. the Great Samson calling the shots. But it baffles me that a player of his caliber comes at number 5. I have nothing.
Anish bhai, even Samson took Sangakkara's name when he was asked about Jaiswal. He never wanted Jaiswal to sit out. Yeah. So and this is unfortunate that all our young guys who are potential Indian contingent, they are going through this stress, and Jadeja is one example of this. This is in the long run not going to help us, and IPL may become counterproductive.
No,
and
but
Rohit
Naresh,
Sharma did a Samson today of sending Daniel Sams at 3. So
no, but Naresh, I one thing is whether the suggestion is a good suggestion or a bad suggestion is what we have to look at. In Shreyas Iyer's case, I don't think it was any good, because they have been chopping and changing frequently. Whereas in Jaiswal case, he showed in that last 2 or 3 games which he played that he should have played right from day one. They unnecessarily they kept him out.
But all that is fine about Jaiswal. But why would you yourself come down?
No,
what is that?
That baffles me. I'm sorry. Like none of us could know like a fathom. And
exactly.
Today Ashwin has given a big statement saying that I was told that I will be number 3. Then what is Samson doing?
Good luck to RR. Good luck to RR for making it to the knockout.
Thankfully,
yes. I think young Arjun I think young Arjun wants to say, yes, Arjun.
This is what happens when
Yes, Arjun.
team number 9 and team number 10 play. We're not discussing anything about our teams. But
And you are good.
different
No, that way.
tournaments.
No, see, we are very, very valid observation. We are looking forward to, how these two teams, these two heavyweights should
It's
go
over for
about,
these
you know.
two.
But
So
you
we are
took
looking
the
at
topic
is
of
like-
Ashwin. No, Arjan, you started Ashwin. So we got an opportunity to sneak in.
Yes, as I was saying, I mean, it is like, Manchester City and Liverpool playing for relegation. But anyway, I'll come to Anis Bhai. Anis Bhai, if you can just, tell us, the tournament is on the home stretch. If you can just quickly say a few words about the competition, and then we will go to tomorrow's game.
Thank you, Gautam. Well, every day we have a wonderful competition lined up for you where you have to predict the winner. And I tell you, predicting the winner in this IPL is very, very difficult. And when you have people like Sanju Samson coming at number 6, it's much more difficult. So remember, tomorrow Sanju is not playing. Tomorrow there's another game. It's, I think, Punjab versus RCB. I don't think there such things are going to happen unless, Mayank decides to come at number 8. But that's for a later stage. But you predict and win an apparel kit as well as a 1-year digital subscription. We had a lot of fun talking today, actually.
Yeah. Actually, Mayank started coming in number 6 or number 7. Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same breath, I will ask you, Anis Bhai, about what's going to happen in tomorrow's game. I think now RCB is looking
hot favorite. But you know what strange things happen if we have a seaming wicket and you don't know what's going to happen. But I don't know where they are playing tomorrow. But the fact is, today's wicket, I felt we were at Lords.
Yeah.
I think Brabon. I think
Brabon
tomorrow. Brabon. Yeah.
I'll back RCB.
RCB, right. I'll come to Naresh Bhai. What's your take? Whom do you see going through tomorrow's game?
I'll also go with RCB playing 19.5 overs.
Yeah.
Because one ball is left for Virat.
19.5 overs.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's got to prove you wrong.
Yeah, that's Brabon.
Yes,
he's
I mean,
not had a good season. Brabon.
Right. No. I think we have to give him some balls to get his eye in, and not be anxious, and let us see how he takes it from there. He is getting 2 more games, and then if possible, another 2. Who knows? But yes, I mean, I'll come to Satish and first check with him what he thinks. Is he thinking any differently?
No, Gautam. The way I see Punjab, I don't see them. Maybe even if they win tomorrow, their chances are very limited in terms of playoffs. I think RCB will get those 2 points. For the RCB will win tomorrow's game because they have a lot to prove, and they are doing okay, I would say, excepting Kohli, but others are all doing well, including Patidar, or you can now look at, of course, Dinesh DK has been in excellent form.
Lomror.
I would go with RCB, which has got a nice team, which is doing well, and they have come out and won some close games, so that gives them a lot of confidence. So I will go with them tomorrow.
Right.
And Hasaram
Arjun, what do you think
yeah.
tomorrow? RCB or Punjab?
He will go with Punjab.
I think it's going to be RCB, to be honest.
No, Punjab ka munda, RCB. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता
My
है?
God, Arjun, you've changed sides.
But it's like
Arjun.
Because Punjab are so low on the table, they're just above CSK, and RCB have a good chance to qualify. I think it's kind of obvious who's gonna win, even though RCB lost the last match. RCB.
Okay.
So it's Gautam's choice now.
If you
see, it's difficult to look beyond RCB. Yes, it's difficult to look beyond RCB now, because if they had an issue about the middle order with Maxwell sometimes getting too cavalier. Now these 2 youngsters, they have really done well, taken the responsibility upon themselves. I mean, both Patidar and then at number 5, Lomror, especially. So and the bowling had always been with Josh, and Shiraj hasn't had a good season, but these things can happen.
Yeah.
So and those 2 points will take them to 16. But sometimes if somebody acts as the party poopers, then it will be interesting to see. Then one has to wait for again next week to see what's going to happen and who's going to take that 4th place. So right now, I think it's 4-0, all 5-0, all in favor of RCB, and chances are there could be
All 5 of us
something
are wrong.
yeah. So on that note, yes, thank you, for a very entertaining discussion as we talk about the future of these 2 heavyweight teams who were struggling a bit today in the end, but Mumbai picking up a welcome win. So we'll see how the rest of the tournament goes. Thank you and good night.